We are coming to you live from the region of excellence, from the town of Swakopmund. The Erongo region remains one of Namibia's economic drivers, contributing significantly to the country's growing sectors such as the mining sector, tourism sector, fishing sector, and the logistics sector with trade. As the region continues to develop, the State of the Region's address serves as the important platform to reflect on the achievements and assess challenges and outline priorities for the future. Today, the Erongo governor will provide an update of the progress made over the past year, highlighting development in infrastructure development, service delivery and economic growth and education. Today, to help us unpack the significance of today's address and what it means for the people of Erongo, we are joined by Dr. Victoria Erasmus, Director of Research, Training and Conference at IUM, and by the Chief Regional Director, Dr. Sam Delamo. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Very good.
Are you guys excited for the governor's State of the Region address?
Very much excited.
Yes.
Okay. So, Ms. Erasmus, Dr. Erasmus, as we unpack with the State of the Region's address, what are your expectations for today's presentation from the Erongo governor, Ms. Nathalia Goagoses?
Thank you. So I'm looking forward to hearing about what has been done, what is currently being done, and what we are going to do in line with our regional goals and obviously national as well as global goals, because whatever we do at the end of the day fits into the global goals. In particular, I'm looking forward to hearing about the educational state, employment, as well as just the state of the environment.
Yes, Dr. Delamo, why is it important for the State of the Nation address, the State of the Region address to be displayed every year?
Thank you very much. I think to start with, it's actually a constitutional provision. If you go to Article 110, it talks about the State of the Region address. It talks about the State of the Nation address, which is normally delivered by the President. So in this case, the Honorable Governor will deliver the State of the Region address. This is actually a very important platform, like you've rightly said it from the onset. The Governor will actually be providing an update. What is it that the region is doing? How are we uplifting people's lives? I think there's so much that we have seen over the last 2 years. We are now in the second year of the National Development Plan 6, in the first year of the Erongo Region Strategic Plan that's running for the next 5 years. So the State of the Region address actually unpacks what is it that we have done. We kind of do a self-introspection. What is it that we have done for the masses, and what is it that we'll be expecting going forward?
Now, Dr. Erasmus, which issues affecting education and skills development are you expecting to be addressed this morning?
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to hearing about how many academic institutions are there and what they are doing individually and collectively. Also in terms of basic education, I would like to know that, because at the end of the day, these young learners feed into the academic, the institutions of higher education. I'm looking forward also to hear about transport is one of the issues, you know, to move students or learners from point A to point B. You need transport, and the environmental conditions, they are quite harsh. You know, it's quite very cold. So also funding opportunities. What funding opportunities are there for our learners as well as our students? Because education needs to be funded. If you're not funding that, then you won't fully benefit from what it owes to give.
Now, Dr. Delamo, what are some of the achievements that the region's masses can be proud of this morning?
As a regional council or as a subnational government, we have done quite a number of activities from the water infrastructure. We've done very well in terms of service delivery on water. I think, I don't want to preempt what the governor will talk about, but some of the achievements, we've done very well in terms of the electricity in peri-urban and rural areas. We've done very well in the employment sector, which is very rare. We may not have the scientific data right now, but I'm very sure that we've done very well looking at the economic activities that, you know, took place from the last from the last time the governor delivered a SORA. At least, I'm sure we may have gone above by a percentage in terms of reducing unemployment. So those are some of the things that people can actually look at. We've provided food security for the very first time. If you can recall, the Okombahe River ran. There was ample, we had enough water last year that we harvested. People were able to go back to their roots where they grew wheat. And through the support from the Food and Agriculture Organization, we were able to get support. And as we speak, wheat was processed into bread in Okombahe. So that is actually a significant achievement. People are actually producing their own food within their own backyards. Okay. So that's a milestone.
Now, Ms. Dr. Erasmus, how would you address, not address, but assist the current state of human capital development in the region?
As an academic institution, in particular the Swakopmund Research Training and Conference Center, we do have the ability to do research. And once we do research, we'll be able to answer social and economic issues that are pressing for the region and for the country as well. And again, as an academic institution, we are in a good position to train learners, students, individuals, to be able to have skills that the industry needs. Earlier on, you talked about the fishing industry, tourism, and all these sectors. They will not operate on themselves, and we should reduce on exporting or importing skills from outside. We should really invest in our local people. And IUM stand ready to support the region in that capacity.
Yes, Dr. Delamo, yes. What key development priorities can the residents expect to hear this morning?
Good, that's a very good question. Of course, like I've said, the governor will talk very much about the infrastructure development from water, electricity. She's going to talk much about what we have done in the tourism sector as well. You know, the region is actually reached, we are the only region that is reached through air, road, sea, and by rail. So what that means is that we've seen an increase in the tourism numbers. So that actually, you know, what happens is, you know, you activate your employment opportunities. So we are very much satisfied that the numbers that we receive, in fact, the numbers, the statistics that we've recorded here are more than the average of the national tourism statistics. So that is actually very good, and we hope to build on that as we move forward.
Yes, Dr. Erasmus, what role can universities play in supporting the region's economic growth?
One thing that is key and very, very close to my heart is community engagement. We need to engage the community. I'm happy to state that earlier this year we had a cleaning campaign on the 16th of May to be specific. And there we saw how the community came out in numbers to clean our environment, because what we do on land ends up in the ocean. Again, to add to that, we recently also commemorated the World Ocean Day, where we created awareness about the environment. We don't exist in a vacuum. So as an institution, we can help there. And as I also said earlier, upscaling the individuals or people, whether short-term or long-term. So that is what academic institutions can do. And just to quickly add to that is also prototype and product development. Our institution is equipped with a lot of equipment that can help do research.
Now, Dr. Delamo, how is the region balancing economic growth with delivery of essential services?
Excuse me, how
is the region balancing economic growth with the delivery of essential services?
Perfect. What you can see right now is the more investments we have in the region, that is plowing into job opportunities. And obviously you have bread on the table for many families. What I should state maybe here is that we are seeing a surge in urbanization. Whoever comes to Swakopmund, they actually want a job. And those that are lucky have been able to secure employment. So what I can state here is that yes, indeed, as opportunities, employment opportunities are coming on board, that translates into the improvement of livelihoods in the different households. Yeah.
Now, Dr. Erasmus, what opportunities should the region prioritize for young people?
TVET, last week I read that there was an inauguration of a TVET program. So just expand on that to expand on your skills. The region can also prioritize on involving the youth in decision making. So I hope we have a lot of youth here today, just for them to see what is happening and how they can contribute to decision making. Yesterday we celebrated the Day of African Child, and I think that served as a reminder of areas that need to be prioritized when it comes to youth development.
Now, final question to you, Doctor. What message would the citizens of Erongo region be expecting?
They'll be expecting the governor to talk much about what are the new employment avenues for the young people. At the moment, youth unemployment is actually the serious matter that we face as a region. And I'm quite sure the young people are looking forward. What are those employment opportunities? What are the education opportunities? We've just opened a TVET in DRC. There's another one that is going to be opening in Omaruru very soon. So those are some of the opportunities that will obviously wipe the children out of the streets. So I'm quite sure that's what the masses will be expecting.
Well, that was Dr. Telamo and Dr. Erasmus talking to us about what is expected in the State of the Region address and what they hope for the future. That's it from me for now. Stefan Iraq.
We can leave?
Thank you.
You guys, I'm late. And your things.
Even here in front, I see there's 3 open chairs here. Can we please move in, colleagues, before we start? There's 2 seats here, Honorable Governor. There's a chair here. Please come in front. There's 2 chairs sit here. Thank you very much. I think we are all seated and we can start with our meeting. May I please ask any volunteer to open our meeting with a prayer? Thank you very much. Any volunteer? Thank you very much, Madam at the back. May we rise for a prayer, please? Thank you.
Please, Lord Jesus, let us hold our hands in the Erongo region and be there for you, for the people. I thank everybody that made the time to come today. In the name of the Lord Jesus, amen.
Thank you. The meeting is blessed. Honorable members, Honorable Governor, distinguished invited guests, leaders of Cape Town, good morning. Honorable members, in front of us is the agenda of today's meeting. May I please propose for adoption of the agenda? Honorable Kapere. Thank you very much. Secondment, Honorable Maswao. Thank you very much. Application for leave of absence by member, CRO.
Yes, Honorable Chair. Honorable Brandt is not able to join us. She's been called to attend to an emergency.
Thank you very much. We move to our next point on our agenda, confirmation of the minutes of previous meeting. It does not apply at this moment here. We then move to official announcement, statement, and communication. Honorable Governor, Honorable Regional Councillors, Worship Mayor of Swakopmund, mayors of other local authorities, local authority councillors, Chief Regional Officer, Chief Executive Officers, Police Regional Commander, Management Cadre of Government Institution, Distinguished Representative of OMAS, Traditional Authority, Religious Leaders, Service Chiefs, Captain of Industry, members of media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of us.
Good morning, Honorable Chairperson.
It's a great day indeed. It's with great honor. Can someone please come and assist here? Before I break this thing. Yeah, just lift it up a bit. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning once again.
Good morning, Honorable Chair.
Thank you. It's with great honor and privilege to welcome you all to this August House. Today's ordinary regional council meeting is in compliance with Article 110A, Sub-Article 5 and 6 of the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia, and I quote. Sub-Article 5 reads as follows: a regional governor shall attend a meeting of a regional council of the region for which he or she is the regional governor once a year, which meeting shall, after the president and the cabinet attend parliament in terms of Article 32, subsection 2 thereof, and subsection 6, during the meeting referred to subsection 5, the regional governor shall address the regional council on the state of the regional planned activities of the central government in the region, report on the activities of the central government of the previous years in the region, and be available to respond to questions. Ladies and gentlemen, it is in light of the above constitutional provision that the Erongo Regional Council invite the Honorable Governor to address not only the residents of Erongo, but the nation at large this morning. Permit me now, Honorable Regional Councillors, to invite the Regional Governor of Erongo Region, Honorable Nathalia, to deliver her State of the Regional Address. Honorable Governor, the podium is yours.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson of Erongo Regional Council, for the kind invitation. May we be seated. Thank you very much. Honorable Lazarus Kanelombe, Chairperson of Erongo Regional Council, Honorable Councillors of Regional Council present here, Honorable Councillor responsible for Maruru constituency, Honorable Councillor responsible for Walvis Bay Rural, Walvis Bay Urban, Arandes, and Swakopmund constituency. We are told that there is an apology from the Honorable Councillor responsible for the Donres constituency, who is also the Deputy Minister responsible for Justice and Labour Relations. We take notice of her absence. Honorable Deputy Mayor of Swakopmund Municipality, thank you very much for standing in this morning for the Mayor of Swakopmund, who is also absent on official missions. Honorable other mayors who are present here of other towns in Erongo region and outside Erongo region, I want to also acknowledge the presence of our Chief Regional Officer, Dr. Telamo. I want to also recognize and acknowledge the presence and attendance of the former governor. Thank you, Governor, for your presence, and the former governor, who is also in our attendance. Thank you very much, the leaders who are here, and the former regional councillors that I see here, and former local authority councillors that I see here. I acknowledge your presence. I want to also acknowledge the presence of all the heads of OMAS in our midst, NYS, service chiefs. I want to acknowledge your presence, Commissioner Se, the regional commander, Commander Nicholas Kumpebona, Commissioner Se, with your law enforcement officers. Thank you very much for your presence. We are safe. I want to acknowledge the captains of industry. I see all the MDs, all the CEOs of our industries, the big people in our region. You are all acknowledged, and thank you so very much for your presence this morning. The young people of Erongo region, your presence makes me feel very, very secured and safe. I am here because you are the young people of our region, distinguished members of our society, members of the media, the traditional authority leaders who are present here, Ombaras, Gaops, the chiefs, the senior councillors, the councillors in our traditional communities. I acknowledge your presence, and indeed the entire community, the society, the residents of Erongo region, and those who came to witness this occasion. Thank you very much for your attendance. Allow me, therefore, by thanking the chairperson of the Regional Council, to express, firstly, my profound gratitude to stand before you and to address you with sense of responsibility and honor and privilege today to deliver my second State of the Region address of the Erongo region. Following the State of the Nation address, SONA, delivered by Her Excellency, the President, Dr. Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah, I echo the same theme, but tweaked a little bit to read as follows, and I quote: advancing the Erongo region towards the realization of Vision 2030. We are marching as Erongo regional team towards Vision 2030, which is only about 4 years ahead us. We are marching towards Vision 2030. There is a dream left with us by the founding father, His Excellency, Dr. Sam Nujoma. May his golden soul continue to rest in power. He said, this is at his official launch in 2004, and I quote, Vision 2030 is a national initiative based in our collective hopes, aspirations, and our desire to move forward and strengthen our nation's capacity for self-reliance. With this vision, we will be able to enhance the well-being of all our people and enable them to live in peace, prosperity, and to pursue dignified lives. End of quote. One needs to be visionary to provide guidance that yields the desired results. It is through Vision 2030 that we have youth-driven institutions in our country, and the National Youth Service is among them. It's through the vision of our elderly statesmen like Comrade Sam Nujoma that I have decided today to don the uniform of this body, which we host in this region on the outskirts of Henties Bay, to raise awareness of youth empowerment. Honorable Chairperson, I rise before you in the August House, the regional parliament, to your distinguished council of democratically elected representatives of the people of Erongo region to account for and reflect on our collective progress, aspirations, and of course, shortcomings over the past year. This is unlike any other State of the Region address, but one in which we report on the actual progress, Honorable Chairperson, since I last presented. We have achieved, esteemed members of Erongo region, we have achieved more than in the past year. We have provided the basics to the residents of this region, including water, electricity, and reduced levels of food insecurity. We have reduced levels of food insecurity. Although, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Chairperson, unemployment rate stood at 32% in 2025, our projections indicate it may have fallen by at least 2 percentage points, bringing it to 30% unemployment rate, which is still high. Over the past year, our region has made strides across a broad range of sectors, demonstrating resilience, determination, and zeal in delivering for our people. Our achievements stem from strong partnership amongst communities, government, the private sector, and development partners, all united by a common goal, one Erongo region, one vision. This reflects our resolve to pursue inclusive and sustainable development for the people of region. As a region, our work is grounded in the strategic priority areas that underpins the objectives of the 6th National Development Plan, NDP6. Notably, last year, we launched the Erongo Regional Council's 5-year strategic plan, which mirrors the aspirations of NDP6. I want to reiterate that the Regional Councils Act, Act number 22 of 1992, mandates that the ERC govern, plan, coordinate, and implement socio-economic development activities in the region. Therefore, these priorities are not abstract goals. They are actionable commitments that should help us deliver prosperity. At the regional level, the ERC strategic plan is a critical tool, ladies and gentlemen, for driving economic growth, attracting investment, retaining investment, and creating sustainable livelihoods. Key enablers of our transformational agenda includes mining and mineral beneficiation, energy development, oil and gas opportunities, tourism growth, and cultural heritage promotion, and of course agriculture, water, and fisheries development, and transport and logistics infrastructure. As Namibia enters into a new era of opportunities driven by emerging industries, expanding infrastructure, raising investment, our region must position itself as a competitive hub for development and innovation. We are determined to ensure that the benefits of economic growth, ladies and gentlemen, must translate into jobs. Not only unskilled labor. Jobs, improved public services, higher living standards, and greater opportunities for future generations. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, I now turn to reflect on the multi-sectoral milestones we have achieved over the past year, beginning with my office. Governor's office, your office, our office. If only, ladies and gentlemen, and I am directing this to the public sector, if only we can improve the CRO, the CEOs, if only we can improve on the financial prudence, the trust shall be restored. I want to congratulate those institutions, the local authorities, who have received during the past financial year clean audit reports. Congratulations, if we have any in my region. And on the same vein, I want to call a very serious call, Honorable Chairperson of Regional Council, that starting from the Erongo Regional Council, when I report next year to the nation, I want to tell the nation about the financial prudence in our institutions so that we can harness and solicit funding into the books that are cleared. So therefore, I am not ready this time around, my nation, to tell you about the financial positions of my institutions in the region. But the directive today is given to the regional chairperson to ensure, the mayors to ensure that when I address you during the 2026, 2027, 2027, 2028 financial years, that I shall tell you that each and one of the institutions in our public sector in Erongo region will indeed account for its books. If only furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, if we can just attend to the basic governance issues, the region, in terms of administration, shall do better. When a client calls, please attend to that client call. When a letter is landing on your desk, immediately Chief Regional Officer, CEOs, the governors, administrators, immediately acknowledge that letter, acknowledge and act upon the client's request on those letters. If only, my colleagues, in terms of good governance, if we can be transparent in our dealings, if only, if we can be ready to be accountable, then in terms of governance, we are definitely good to go. The governor's office definitely has facilitated few development aspects. I am not here to build houses. Governor is not appointed by the president to provide water. Governor is not appointed to go and put the pipes at your doorsteps, but the governor is appointed to assist, to provide critical and legal guidance, and more so, to do the oversight, to check on what the institutions in this region is doing. However, your governor has supported some of the efforts of our regional Council. The governor has assisted in the aid of the vulnerable students who came and knocked at the door. About 13 students at the tertiary institutions who had arrears, who had outstanding invoices, were supported at the different institutions by your governor at the tune of 100,000. Can you please clap hands for your governor? I have assisted about 13 students, but let me sound a word of caution to my young Namibians who are going, get assisted because the tertiary institution is free, who go and play and fail. There is no failure. If you are assisted by the government, if you are assisted by your governor, you go and just go and study. And you study hard, and you move to the next level. If your governor, at the age where she is, but she is very much youthful, is a candidate to receive her doctoral degree on the 13th of July 2026, why can't you, young people, including my chairperson, not be a lifelong learner so that we are relevant to the issues of our government? We have furthermore, at the governor's office, assisted number of projects, number of small projects. I have assisted youth projects, the women projects, number of projects that came and knocked at my door to the tune of more than 300,000 Namibian dollars. I have conducted youth engagement sessions with young people in Karibeb, in Usakos, in Arantes. I have supported boot camp initiated by the School of Density Association at the cost of 62,000 Namibian dollars. The programs provided young people with information on setting career goals, on developing entrepreneurial skills. Those are the things that your governor is busy doing behind the doors, behind the scenes, Honorable Chairperson. The Erongo Under-19 team, my team, I was a patron, and I am telling you, with the team, with the nation, the peaceful residents of Erongo region, when your governor puts a hand on anything else, then the gold is coming out. The Erongo Under-19 team was sent off by us with our support to go and participate against other 13 Under-19 teams in Keetmanshoop. You know what happened? They came with the trophy, overall winner of that championship competition, which was sponsored by Nedbank Namibia. And as a token, with your resources, Honorable Chairperson, with the resources from the industries, with the resources that I got from our development partners, I have sponsored your team as a token of appreciation with 102,000 Namibian dollars in order to appreciate what they did for our country. The governor's office, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Chairperson, has furthermore secured 2,800,000 to promote, not to host, fish festivals. I took that money to promote fish consumption amongst the young people and women in a sustainable manner. We have already, with the committee, identified 7 to 9 young Namibians, women, to benefit from this money. We are working closely with the Fish Consumption Trust and with the experts to train and to equip the shops, because this must be the business. These young people shall then be given equipment, the cooling facilities, everything that they need to start with these businesses. These young people and women shall be given a seed capital starting from 5,000 Namibian dollars, and their shops shall be equipped with between 100,000 and 200,000 equipment Omake for your governor for these initiatives. Through the NAMRA confiscated from illegal businesses, the governor received 13 wheelchairs, 20 walking aids, 7 baby feeding chairs, and 110 chairs valued at 37,000 Namibian dollar. And these equipments were transparently distributed to Erongo Regional Council and its Directorate of Health, also to Hobo's community, benefited from the chairs, and the SME outlets, Honorable Chairperson, in your constituency of Omachete. Also, Blauberg in Okombahe is earmarked to receive some of this equipment. The Office of the Governor provided counseling and other services to the residents of the region, addressing workers' grievances who are coming to the Governor's office, youth unemployment issues. She's very sensitive on these matters. She has got investors, consultations, and community, listening to the community concerns. Even if the community come angry to say remove her, Governor has got space and her to say come in so that I can sit and listen to your grievances, because it's fine, removals will come later, but you have got the problem. Let me sit and help you with your problems. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Office of the Governors has also, in collaboration with the Regional Council, pursued the twinning agreement with the Western Cape Province in South Africa. The agreement aims, ladies and gentlemen, to establish cooperative relations between the Erongo Regional Council, and this is a project that has been started by the former governor. Thank you, my governor. This is a very beautiful project that would really look into the areas of mutual interest, including sports, education, agriculture, and the sharing of best practices as we both strive to develop our communities. The details of the agreement will be announced once cleared by the Ministry of International Relations, Trade, and of course by the Attorney General's Office. Yes, although the pace of development has been somewhat satisfactory, it has become imperative for the regional leadership to secure and mobilize additional funding, spur economic development in the region. To this end, efforts to revive Erongo Development Fund are, I see you, Dr. Gabi, at an advanced stage. Please, colleagues, help me for the Erongo Development Fund to be launched by this governor during the months of June and July. Everything now is in place. It's just a matter of those who are assisting the governor to submit the necessary documentation to the Master of High Court so that we can really launch Erongo Development Fund. There is about 1 million lying in those accounts, but we cannot action, we cannot activate and assist the needy Namibians. So therefore, my call to you, Honorable Chairperson, Dr. CRO, Dr. Gabi, let this Erongo Development Trust be registered and come to the governor's office. We tell the people, the residents, that indeed the fund is launched and that we can start benefiting from this fund, the needy Namibians. So these are some of the areas that we definitely, as a governor's office. Now I shall move to the subnational government, the Erongo Regional Council. As I mentioned, the ERC launched its 5-year strategic plan last year, and I am glad to report that implementation is on track. From the outside, I am pleased to formally announce to the residents that during the period under review, we successfully upgraded, that's a milestone, WIS from a settlement to a local authority status, making it one of the region with the most local authorities in the Republic of Namibia. With WIS as a local authority upgraded last year, we have got now in our region 8 local authorities, something that we can be very proud of. Thanks to the Ministry of Urban and Rural Development for its collaborative efforts with the ERC. Cognizant of this development, the Regional Council is investing $1 million Namibian to develop an infrastructure master plan for the West Local Authority to guide and coordinate sustainable investment in basic infrastructure over the medium to long term. Through the Build Together project, 7 houses have been completed. With 2 more in Omachete, then it gives us 9. In due course to be completed this month. An additional 10 houses are under construction in Uis and 17 in Ochimbingwe. In total, now I'm happy, 41 houses shall be delivered by the end of this year. Thank you, congratulations, Honorable Chairperson. 41 Build Together houses will be delivered in our different constituencies. Construction of the bulk water pipeline in Uis Town is ongoing at the cost of $8.5 million Namibian. This will guarantee an uninterrupted water supply upon completion. Because Uis community, there are times that the governor's office is called 3 a.m., the school is without water because of this ailing infrastructure. Now, Regional Council is responding to put up a reliable pipelines in Uis area to definitely address these problems. The elevation of Uis means now, Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Members, that we have to work very hard to declare Omachete, which is a growth point ever since, to a settlement level. So that is now what we are working on. We must bring the necessary amenities to Omachete. We must bring, already I have seen, there's a state-of-art, thank you, Commissioner, state-of-art police station, there's a health center, there are schools. Yesterday, day before yesterday, we brought natives wheel on track, one of the first in Namibia, to Erongo region, in Taunres constituency. So those are amenities that would immediately qualify Omachete to become a settlement. The 31-kilometer Odontati-Omachete bulk water pipeline was successfully completed and commissioned at the cost of $32 million Namibian. The pipeline provides relief and lays the groundwork for the next steps in our development effort. As I said earlier on, because the water is also flowing, so Omachete definitely in this financial year, of course, if it is very late during the next financial year, should be upgraded to the settlement status. In Ochimbingwe, the Regional Council connected 69 households to the sewer reticulation network, improving access to sanitation services in settlement at a cost of $1.8 Namibian. The connection of 258 Avon to the water reticulation system in Vlotskasbakken. I hope Vlotskasbakken, one of the streets, or even the renaming, could be given to Nathalia Goagoses, because Vlotskasbakken has got a very historical, good story. But there is a water reticulation system in Vlotskasbakken ongoing at a cost of 17 million Namibian dollar. Honorable Chairperson, you can see the happiness of your people when I say this. So there is definitely a call to consider that this project will directly connect households to a reliable water supply, replacing the costly water tanker services to the settlement. So Vlotskasbakken is a special settlement. And I want also to see that we also move towards developing, inviting Namibians to go and buy plots there so that we can also have growth in this settlement. It is worth noting, ladies and gentlemen, that the upgrading of the Okombahe sewer system is underway. This upgrade will improve sanitation in the settlement. An infrastructure planning study is underway. These services will cost the Regional Council less than $1 million Namibian. The upgrading of 1 kilometer gravel road to low volume bitumen standard in Okombai is another milestone recorded in the past financial year. The project was funded by the Road Fund Administration. Thank you very much, at the cost of 1.8 million Namibian dollars. On the Constituency Development Fund, I'm happy to report that the Constituency Development Fund benefited all 7 constituencies, mainly a consortium of women and young people, through projects such as tailoring, gardening, baking, and small-scale mining. An amount of 700,000 Namibian dollar was spent on procuring services and equipment for CDF. The Regional Council, I hope the constituency beneficiaries, these grants that are given to you should and must grow you. It should make a difference in your lives. To get equipment to do gardening, baking, it's meant for you to be sustainable. It's meant for those beneficiaries to impact their livelihoods. So the constituency councillors, I hope that you are visiting, monitoring, looking after those beneficiaries to ensure that they are doing for the intended purposes that they are receiving these grants. The Regional Council, furthermore, has reported expenditure of 650,000 on the general maintenance of government infrastructure. Given the high maintenance expenditure, I would like to request, and this is a very serious one, 650,000 every year on maintenance in the buildings that are not ours is something that we need to seriously consider for a very serious call to the ministries responsible, the central government, to kindly commission and expediting the construction of Erongo Region Office Park. Because our offices, our services are scattered. Meme come from Okombahe, she must go to Ministry of Trade and International Relations. From there, she must go to land, she must go the whole day. The little $100 Meme brought is spent on moving from this office to that office to that office. But thanks to the municipality of Swakopmund that you have not yet take back your plot, because you have given us a huge plot for the government office park to be constructed. Honorable Chairperson, make it your very important priority. Go and visit and see the Director General of Planning Commission, because I am told the PIFs are already handed in during the time the governor was the chief regional officer. This is the only region amongst the 14 regions without a government office park. I don't understand that logic. One of the largest regions without a government office park. As I said, the land is available. Honorable Chairperson, that is something that I can leave in your capable hands. Allow me to move on the agriculture sector delegated function of extensions and engineering services. Honorable Chairperson, I first appreciate the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Land Reform for decentralizing the division of agricultural production, extension and engineering services to the Regional Council. I am told these programs are decentralized, functions, funds are available. It's now for us to roll. So this is an important sector that champions food security and self-sufficiency. There are notable achievements from 6 programs, namely, first one being the National Horticultural Support Program, which provides farmers with horticultural inputs, implements, irrigation materials, and tools at subsidized prices. 82 beneficiaries, 22 males and 60 females in rural communities were capacitated and are now suppliers of fresh produce to the formal and informal markets in the region. Wonderful. Thank you very much, the 60 females and the 20 men, for benefiting, and only not benefiting, you are producing, I'm told, fruits and your produces are on the markets, on the shelves of the Namibian shops. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work. Conversely, 46 farmers comprising, I like statistics. I like this group of people. 20 males and 26 females received seeds, pesticides, fertilizers, and irrigation materials. A total of 1,660 farmers, of which 860 males and 798 females received training. The program cost the government 700,000 Namibian dollars. The Poultry Value Chain Development Scheme subsidizes a range of products, including production, stock, chicks, this must be small chicken, layer and broiler feeds, and housing materials and equipment. Under this scheme, 49 farmers, 21 males and 28 females received direct support, while 200 farmers, 90 males and 110 females received training in poultry and animal husbandry. The Comprehensive Observation Agriculture Program aims to minimize tillage and to apply mulching and crop rotation to improve soil health and fertility. A total of 46 farmers, 30 males and 16 females, were trained in climate-smart agriculture-related disciplines. Wow. The Namibia Agriculture Mechanization and Seed Improvement Project is a subsidized service. Fodder production services, the loan of fodder equipment, and plowing services generated 61,000 Namibian dollars, while 320,000 Namibian dollars was paid to 4 contractual machinery operators. The Erongo region received 2 million Namibian dollars under the small stock distribution and development in communal areas earmarked for purchasing small stock, 2 million purchasing small stock to support 20 farmers. You can make your mathematics, ne? 2 million to support 20 farmers across the 3 rural constituencies. 2 in Walvis Bay rural, you must listen, you must take notes, 14 in Taunres constituency and 4 in Karipe. A total of 420 small stock with 2 million stock units were purchased and distributed. You must listen and make notes. So, thank you very much. Under the Farmers Advice and Capacity Building Program, advice on stock management. If I'm fast, you must tell me, but you must take notes. Advice on stock management, vaccination, deworming, and parasite control, rangeland management, and supplementary feeding was provided to a total of 1,119 farmers with support from Agribank and the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. Of the beneficiaries, 671 were male, 60%, and 448 were female, 40%. Regarding rainfall, supporting rangeland and livestock condition, the region has recorded, yes, we agree, above normal rainfall, leading to improved pastoral. Meanwhile, sporadic wildfires occurred in Omachede, Spetkope, Uis, Goagoses, and Okombai, resulting in an estimated loss of 40 to 50 hectares of pastoral. On this score, Honorable Chairperson, I urge all the leaders, including the esteemed traditional leaders, to kindly sensitize their communities to the consequences of wildfires. Those involved, known or unknown, should refrain, should stop from such actions. Commissioners say, oh, they will face prosecution. I now move on to rural water supply, sanitation and community empowerment. During the period under review, water pipeline infrastructure was successfully constructed at Ochindama and other villages at the cost of 65,000 Namibian dollar, improving access to reliable water supply for rural households. 6 boreholes were drilled at Ombora and other surrounding villages within the Omachede area. Community lodges Libertas, Kutubes, Post 6, and other surrounding farms has received expanded access to potable water for households, livestock, and agricultural activities. 1 borehole, furthermore, was rehabilitated, Honorable Chairperson, at Ocho Vachimba with support from the community. Thank you, Conservation Fund of Namibia, CCFN. 14 water point associations and committees were established and registered, and 16 water point committees received capacity building training. 22 committees were assessed for functionality, sustainability. 26 water points were surveyed, and 106 households were assessed to identify water access challenges and priority interventions. Despite the successes, the unreliability of the water supply, the community of Ochimbingwe, the chiefs who are present here, we are mindful of the unreliable water supply in Ochimbingwe. It remains unresolved, and it is a major concern for the regional leadership. The chairperson, who is also the constituency councillor for Karipe, is hard at work with all the stakeholders to see how to address this unreliable water supply in the Ochimbingwe and its surrounding communities. The pipeline, the water pipeline infrastructure that transport water to Ochimbingwe, no doubt, now scientific evidence is needed, is of poor quality. It's aging very fast and also often prone to vandalism, leading therefore to disruptions that pose a serious risk to the community and their animals. Despite these challenges, grave challenges to the water supply system, I can confidently assure the residents that progress is being made in addressing these pressing water issues and in restoring human dignity in the community. As the government has declared, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Chairperson, furthermore, sanitation and national emergency, 19 rural household toilets were constructed during the period under review to improve hygiene, to reduce the risk of waterborne diseases. School-led total sanitation programs were implemented in 3 schools, while community-led total sanitation initiatives were carried out in 11 villages to promote hygiene and eliminate open defecation. Still in the water sector, ladies and gentlemen, Erongo Desalination Plant, Orano. The Erongo Desalination Plant marked 15 years of potable water production last year, maintaining a injury record and reaching a production milestone of about 18 million cubic meters. The plant plays a critical role in supporting the mining industry, local authorities, and water security across Erongo region. Thank you, ma'am. Meanwhile, a major public-private partnership has been established through the Erongo Sunam desalination joint venture between Swakop Uranium and NAM Water. The project, reportedly valued at approximately 3 billion Namibian dollars, will develop a second desalination plant in the region and is expected to create about 1,000 jobs during the construction phase, which is scheduled to commence in 2026. as these initiatives, thank you very much, as this initiative will enhance water security, it is imperative that efforts be intensified to ensure coverage in rural areas and to ease the burden on aquifers. This will be discussed at the recently launched Erongo Water Forum. Nothing shall be done on water issues without the Erongo Water Forum. We have got the legal forum established through the Regional Councils Act, a committee that is a legal body where NAM Water and all the players are the members. So anything about water supply in Erongo region shall be discussed at the Erongo Water Forum, and the Regional Council Chairperson, Regional Council, the Governor's Office shall be the ones to put the stamp on any decisions, because we want these waters that are extracted from the ocean to reach our rural areas. When these desalination plants are all up and running, I don't want to hear, Honorable Chairperson, complaints from Ochimbinkwe without water. So we shall have to discuss how this second plant, existing plant, can join forces with the regional leadership for us all to have that water, which is our fundamental right. Erongo Water, thank you very much. Forum was relaunched, as I said, last year when I took office. Thank you, Regional Council, for your understanding and for your cooperation, CRO, to strengthen stakeholder coordination and sustainable water management. It brings together government, NAM Water, local authorities, water providers, industry, farmers, environmental stakeholders, engineers, water experts, our hydrologists, Namibians, our experts, together to improve water governance in this region. Drought preparedness and investment in resilient infrastructure. A technical committee will act as an advisory think tank, and it shall be announced publicly who this technical committee will be, who will act as a regional advisory think tank and to advise the governor and on innovative responses to water scarcity. Allow me to move, Honorable Chairperson, to the fishing sector. Distinguished members, honorable members of the Regional Council, the fishing industry remains a key pillar of Namibia's economy and a major source of employment and livelihoods in the region, Erongo, and beyond. However, it continues to face rising operational and fuel costs, logistical and infrastructure constraints, regulatory concerns, global market uncertainty, and environmental pressures on marine resources. Therefore, as a regional leadership, we have listened to all these concerns. We have written, because the fisheries functions, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, is not a delegated function to the Regional Council. But as a responsible leaders, we have taken all the concerns. We have written reports. We have made our submissions to the central government. And therefore, we want to thank the regional head of state, the national head of state, the regional leadership, the central government who came to the Erongo region. And these leaders were led by our Excellency, our caring president, during her visit in Erongo region. And this was one of the milestones. During this visit, Her Excellency, the President, has put down guidelines that needs to be followed in this sector. So as leaders of this region, we were definitely blessed by Her Excellency, because very clear and, of course, clarity on some of the issues were brought during these discussions. So we welcome and remain committed to our enhancing and, of course, looking forward for the stability and resilience while safeguarding the livelihoods and marine resources. So what we are saying in short is, after the President's guidelines and directives, we are looking forward that there is stability in the fishing industries. But if there are still isolated issues, as I said, I don't want too much of demonstrations in my region. Our doors are so open, even after beyond the call of duty. Please come to the Governor's office. The leadership of Erongo Regional Council stands ready, as we did, and we are ready to continue to listen to your plights, to take up your matters to our central government. As I said, fishing sector is not a decentralized function. I want to also furthermore thank some of the fishing companies who came on board when the governor was asking, help us a little bit here so that we can assist our youth, so that we can assist these needy, vulnerable communities. One such fishing company, and they are of course many, they are contained in our comprehensive report, but one such company which really came to respond to the call was Merlus Fishing and the group who donated fish products and also cash to the value of 300,000 Namibian dollars during these difficult times. Thanks to the Merlus and the group for that donation. This will definitely benefit the constituencies through the fish consumption project that I mentioned earlier on to strengthen food security. Another company, notably, has also responded to the call when I said, Okombahe, there is a property infrastructure, government infrastructure, that really needs to be restored to its purpose, called Blauberg, which is in a sorry state. So we ask for paint, we ask for few assistance so that we can renovate that facility, for it to be used as a bakery and a business entity. Regrettably, I must announce to you, Honorable Chairperson, CRO, I have lost 100,000 Namibian dollars because of the non-readiness of your property. The readiness was just to clean up that facility. I cannot take the paint if that facility is so dirty. So therefore, with the constituency councillor, who is a deputy minister of Justice and Labour, I visited this facility in February. And directives were given for this facility through cash, food program for the young people to be assigned to clean up this facility. And for the governor, through your office, Honorable Chairperson, be given that report so that the 115,000 could have been spent for the next phase, and which was for the painting. But luckily, I kept the 15,000, and today, Honorable Chairperson, I am going to give you 15,000 worth paint, which I bought. I am going to hand over so that you can give to your people. Governor is not painting. Governor cannot go and clean. I cannot do that. 100,000 is lost because the building is not cleaned. February already. So 15,000 was kept so that we can give a small facelift or even put fence security, maybe the people not to go and dirty that building again. So we can do, but I don't know the report. I haven't seen what needs to be done first. since February, ladies and gentlemen. And when I inquired, I was told by your people on the ground, they are also sending their budgets. But their budgets, I said, I don't want to listen to that red tapes. At least you have got 115,000. What do you do of what I'm giving you? Leave the budget. I don't want big stories. 115,000 is enough to that. Whilst they are looking at their budgets. Let's be practical. The pipeline in Okombai was commissioned. I want to promise the people at the same day, when I said clean the Blauberg, I was told the water is flowing. Until today, there is no water. Red tapes, bureaucracies. Apparently pipes are not yet ready to bring the water to the people. So let us really save our people. Let us really take away some of the red tapes that really do disservice to our communities. I don't know what happened to that pipes. I don't know what to go and tell the people of Okombai who are calling me 3 o'clock in the morning. Children cannot go to school because they don't have water. Allow me to move to the sport development, ladies and gentlemen. Forgive me for me being personal and emotional. Sports development, ladies and gentlemen. Sport remains central to the youth development, social cohesion, and regional pride, as reflected in Swabo Party Manifesto Implementation Plan and the 6th National Development Plan. Groundbreaking, therefore, ceremonies were held for standard sport facilities. Thanks again, once again, to our head of state, Her Excellency Dr. Netumbunani Ndaitwah, who has availed, earlier on it was 5 million per sport facility. Yesterday we have received the news that this 5 million now is increased to 10 million per facility. So 10 million, 20 million will come. Honorable Chairperson, you will have the signatory right. The cow at the governor's office will have the signatory right. Governor will oversee this implementation of these sport fields. So let it roll, Mr. Kainkop. Honorable Chairperson, through you, CRO, let us now implement. We are told the 10 million for Usakos, sport fields development, and 10 million, what is another one? For WIS has been sent into our accounts. So we are really, really thankful, and this is meant really to show the government's commitment to the sport seriousness when we say sport is one of the important areas of development. So those infrastructures are now having money from the government. Honorable Chairperson, let us celebrate, as I said, under 20 football teams victory in 2026 network. Already celebrated them at the Namibian Newspaper Cup in Keetmanshoop during the Easter break. Oh, they did. They make us proud and acknowledge the participation of all other sporting codes. Netball also went to participate. They were the final or semi-final runner-outs. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, for that support that you gave to our children. We also congratulate, come on. Is that boy here, the boxer, Walvis Bay boxer, Eriki, on winning the vacant World Boxing Council Youth Junior Lightweight title in South Africa. Eriki, congratulations. You came back with that title. Thank you very, very much. These achievements, ladies and gentlemen, reflect the region's growing sporting excellence and commitment to talent development, which must be nurtured to help address challenges such as crime, unemployment, and substance abuse. Youth development. The National Youth Development Fund. I see the DBA, is it DBA? Is it DBA? Oh, I'm the one who is graduating from DBA program. I see the DBN head, regional head. I have seen you, Mr. Simeon. National Development Funds is an important leverage lever for creating opportunities for young entrepreneurs and supporting economic empowerment across the Erongo region to promote awareness of and access to the fund. The Office of the Governor, in partnership with the Ministry of Finance and the Development Bank of Namibia, held youth awareness sessions on how to access the fund. These sessions were held in Swakopmund, Walvis Bay, Arandes, Karibib, Uis, and Omaruru, reaching approximately 435 young people. Since its launch in September 2025, 7 youth-owned enterprises have secured funding exceeding 2 million Namibian dollars across sectors such as agriculture, renewable energy, environmental sustainability, and industrial fabrication. These investments have created, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Chairperson, 28 direct jobs and contributed to the economic diversification and youth entrepreneurship. The Rural Youth Development Program, furthermore, a youth-led initiative training 80 young people in basic business management. Another cohort of 80 young people received financial support to establish or expand their businesses, while 20 more received training in agricultural cooperative development, leading to the establishment of 2 agricultural cooperatives. Youth participation was further strengthened by the Dubuses Youth Culture and Tourism Expo and the Regional Rural Life Skills Programs, both of which promoted entrepreneurship, leadership, development, and social empowerment. These initiatives have enhanced youth participation in economic development, strengthened entrepreneurship, and contributed to employment creation and sustainable livelihoods in the region. On a related note, distinguished Honorable Chairperson, honorable members of the Regional Council, the Erongo region not only prides itself on providing services to its young or youth, but also hosts another youth training programs. The National Youth Service operates one of its training facilities in our region, in Henties Bay, where many Namibian youth receive training in various fields. This facility has successfully, ladies and gentlemen, trained approximately 730 young people from all 14 regions and 121 constituencies over this period. These young men and women have acquired valuable knowledge, practical skills, and life experiences that will enable them to contribute positively to their communities and to national development. As a host region, I encourage all young people, you see your governor, young men and women in my region to access this training. Access this training facility. And I shall definitely look into how many Erongo students have already benefited. And as a result, when I'm given the statistics, I shall then negotiate with the leadership of NYS, because I have become an ambassador. I'm the only governor who is definitely associating with this National Youth, NYS. So to increase the quota of Erongo entrants to this program. So because I'm the ambassador, so my people must get a good entrance, number. So therefore, we thank the NYS also to dress me this morning. I feel definitely youthful. Already I've spoken 1 hour, but I'm not even tired. I'm not even thirsty. So tourism sector, Honorable Chairperson, on the tourism sector, allow me to also report on the tourism sector, which is a key enabler of socio-economic development in our region. The sector continues to benefit from improved air connectivity, destination, marketing, and strong stakeholder collaboration throughout the tourism value chain. Tourists arrive at key destinations such as Cape Cross, Dune 7, Walvis Bay, and Swakopmund remain a very, very strong benefit to the region. During the period under review, Walvis Bay Port has realized its potential as Namibia's leading cruise tourism destination. Between December 2025 and April 2026, the port welcomed 59 cruise vessels carrying more than 67,000 passengers in our region in Walvis Bay. This has created opportunities for local businesses, tour operators, transport providers, and community enterprises. Our deliberate efforts to strengthen the logistics sector that support tourism are also bearing fruit. The Walvis Bay International Airport recorded an increase in passenger movements in December 2025 with an additional 2,500 air travelers. In hospitality, Erongo recorded an accommodation occupation rate of 58%, which definitely surpassed the national average. Distinguished Council, I am pleased to report that our government has officially nominated the Downres Brandberg National Honorable Goagap. I have seen you, the former member of Parliament, Downres Brandberg, no other names, Downres Brandberg National Monument in Uis area as a candidate for UNESCO World Heritage status. And if with the hands clap with that blessing, if inscribed, it will become Namibia's third World Heritage Site, following Tweefelfontein and Namib Sea. The nomination seeks dual classification of this National Heritage Site as both a natural and cultural site. A decision on whether the Brandberg will be accorded UNESCO World Heritage status is expected by July 2027. Let's pray for this to happen. It is imperative that I speak about the Erongo Regional Tourism Forum, a driving force for regional tourism during the period under review. We hosted the Tourism Fun Day, which drew 13 exhibitors from public and private. It was a very, very successful day. Oh, today I see Namibia. Oh, I see Erongo region. I am proud. We are Namibia, Erongo. I see us all. Thank you very much. Last year I was saying, where is Erongo? Today we are all present. I am telling you, at that exhibition fun day, everybody was present. Thank you. Thank you, Erongo region. Thank you, Namibia. We are indeed united. Today we are also celebrating that unity in diversity. It was a beautiful day, which was hosted by the Erongo Tourism Forum. And then we also furthermore went out to say, because I am on record, Erongo region is not Swakopmund, Walvis Bay, and Hendy's Bay, and Arandes. I said Erongo region is Taurus constituency, Omaruru, Garibeb. So I said, let us go out. Let us go and see this Brandberg. So I took the whole tourism forum. Everybody was there. And we went to sensitize and create awareness to the communities of your constituency, Taurus Honorable, and also Omaruru came. I see the NCCI, Mr. Yason, and many people from that surrounding benefited from that outreach. On this note, IH Regional and Honorable Chairperson, also one of the ministries that you must go and advance at your political level is the Minister of Environment and Tourism. What more can really be achieved if the natural resource community, natural resource management schemes can be delegated to the regional council? It cannot be run from Windhoek. The conservancies, the concessions are in our region, are in our constituencies, but it is not one of the delegated functions. Therefore, when we are attending the conferences, we are only hearing blame games. Conservancies are not benefiting communities, the incomes from the blame games. So one thing, Honorable Chairperson, you can also do for your people is to talk to your counterparts for this Ministry of Environment and Tourism to really, Mr. CRO, as a matter of agency, decentralized some of the functions to the regional councils. But because you're operating in our constituencies. Regional Council is given the mandate to coordinate, plan, and implement, and to also decide. I am urging on all the conservancy and concession holders to make sure that the proceeds directly benefits your communities. Regional Council must really invest and make sure that really teams are sent out. Make sure that I receive the data. I am given the statistics as to which conservancies, which concessions are operating in Erongo region, so that I can exercise my mandate, that one of oversight, to go out to all those concession holders and to all those conservancies to ensure that there is justice and the community are directly benefiting from the proceeds. Honorable members, much remains to be done in terms of education sector in this area. For the 2025 academic year, I am disappointed, you are disappointed, everybody is disappointed. But allow me to report on this sector. The 2025 academic year, in terms of what they call grade 11, or what is the program called? And whatever ordinary level, we have received a dismal pass rate of 33.7%. 33 pass rate. My question is, where are those children? The 66.3%. Where are they? And we were placed number 9 on that ranking list out of the 14 regions. We were placed number 11. Erongo region. Erongo region. Educational output. I will tell you now how much complementary support comes on top of the government funds invested in education. Yet the output do not match the input, the money, resources that goes into it. This has prompted, apparently they are doing another introspection conference, I hope. This time around, I'm not even invited. I hope this time around you do things different. If you want really a different results, every year I am told there is a conference to do retrospect, beautiful, big name, improvement, whatever. Colleagues, let us do it different. If we expect better results, invite your governor. Your governor is an educational herself. She was a director, she was a school inspector, she was a deputy. She knows education. When you exclude your governor, you are blessed to have a governor, an educationalist, who was a director of education, who was a deputy minister of education. But to exclude her is already a crime. So therefore, but we have got a team we support. Of course, there are factors that contribute to this dismal output. It's not only one element. There are 3 or more players. Education is on 3-legged side of a pot. It's us, the society, the parents, it's the child, he or herself, and then us as a government. So we shall have to, when we call these conferences, bring everybody in the room. I see the director, I see Madam Senior Inspector, Madam Goagoses, I see the acting, what is the acting Director of Education? Where are you? Okay, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Thank you for being here. We are going to devise different strategies this time around to bring everybody. Where is this Education Advisory whatever board. Where are you? Council. I haven't seen them. They were supposed to come to the governor and tell the governor or advise the governor. Where is the advisory education committee members? Are you here? Yeah, please come to the governor. Come and tell the governor, what are you advising the minister on the state of education? We have got different school boards. So when you call this meeting, Madam Acting Director, bring everybody in the room and invite your governor. Don't set a date where the governor is not available. Come and tell the governor, Governor, with the chief regional officer and the chairperson, this is our program. This is what we want to do. These are the expected results. Then the governor is part of the program. You cannot send an invitation. I'm not telling our domestic issues here. Despite the performance setbacks, 2 new schools in Swakopmund DRC, informal settlement are under construction at the estimated cost of 50 million Namibian dollars. This will bring a total to 5 schools, serving both DRC and Matutura. An effort to improve access to quality education and reduce overcrowding caused by rapid urbanization. As a governor, I demand that for this academic year, every player fulfill their role to improve academic performance. I am also here to announce that private players in education are also on board. Recently, we have also witnessed the opening of a OTEC, a center that is providing life skills to our Namibian children in DRC and Matutura area. Congratulations to the leadership of OTEC. I will report fully next year about what OTEC is doing, how they are complementing the efforts of the government, because everything that they are doing should be aligned, even though they are a private entity which is fully subsidizing the child who is coming to their schools. Also, another primary school was opened by the Honorable Minister 2 days or 5 days ago that would also offer the government curriculum in that area of DRC. Congratulations to those wisdom and generosity by the private players. Adult education, community skills development, arts and culture. A total of 1,991 adult learners and community members acquired practical income-generating skills at community learning and development centers throughout the region. In addition, 54 entrepreneurs received business training through the Adult Skills Development for Self-Employment programs. The Community Learning and Development Center in Karibib was also completed. Honorable Chairperson of Regional Council, let those centers not be white elephants. Yeah, let it be used, let it be accessible to every Namibian who wants to go and benefit from those centers. To expand access to skills training, literacy programs, and library services. Tertiary education and skills development in this very chamber, ladies and gentlemen, last year, during my maiden speech, I promised that we would work tirelessly, relentlessly, to establish the Erongo technical and vocational training. I am happy to report that this promise has been realized. The yellow building in Omaruru, which has been idling for the past 23 years, has been repurposed, and modalities for operationalization are underway to allow enrollment not in the next academic calendar. It's not true. The center is ready to open its doors in this quarter. There is nothing like next academic year. There is nothing that can prevent us to open. The center is there. Students have already registered. What next academic calendar year are we talking about, Honorable Chairperson? In June, July this year. NDA is on board. I don't want politics. I don't want anyone to sit and talk about this yellow building without us in Windhoek. We have invited, we have spoken enough. I myself went to the Minister of Education. I went myself to NDA. But it is their problem if whomever does not see the need to prioritize And Erongo region is the only region in our republic, as far as my records shows, without a fully fledged TVET center. And now we are saying, as a region, the building is available. Just register the building. Now it has taken, since July last year, paperwork and blame games. And we see what is happening in other regions. The whole NDA will pass Omaruru and go and announce that there is money to build TVET centers elsewhere in Namibia. That is not fair. So therefore, TVET center in Omaruru shall open its doors June, July. A center head shall be appointed and shall be paid with the 2 million that was already given by Langer Heinrich Mine. We shall pay you from that money. So the center head doctor shall go and start on Monday to do the administrative processes at the center head. So we are happy to already have that seat capital. Thank you, Langer Heinrich. The center will offer innovative, and this is beautiful thing that anybody could have been excited about. We'll offer innovative and contemporary courses, including green hydrogen, mineral analysis, to mention but a few. Once again, I applaud our key stakeholders, notably Langer Heinrich Mine, who have already pledged the 2 million. If we do not do this, these people will take their money back. Again, 100,000 was already lost, which was too much. To lose 2 million because somebody don't want to have us do this. So 2 million is the capital for the Nobel Skills Development Center and all our industries. There was a time in February, all our CEOs, something also historical, everybody, all the rivals, competitors, they came to this yellow building. All of them, the Simatas, the QKRs, the Green Hills, the Wativin Wheels, they all pledge. They're only waiting for the center head to bring their pledges. So I don't want to lose these giants. They are excited to have this center open. Gender equality and child welfare. This is also a good story to tell. More than 71 million was invested in the region to strengthen social protection systems and to promote social inclusion and improve the quality of life and well-being of our people in Erongo region, 71 million. Through the Community Economic Empowerment Program, 5 income-generating activities received equipment and materials valued at 80. I just need the statistics. I just want to see where are these people deployed. 80,000 Namibian dollars to enhance self-reliance, sustainable livelihoods. Furthermore, an amount of 2 million was invested in early childhood development, which employs 86 educators across the region with stipends ranging from 1,700 Namibian dollars to 3,000 Namibian dollars. The social protection services programs was also allocated to the tune of 36 million Namibian dollars for old age grants, benefiting, this is not us, benefiting 22,264 recipients, because we added increase from 16, about 17,000 during the previous year, because some of us came on board. So it increased from 16,000 last year to 2022. Some of us can also remove ourselves because I am youthful elder, so I can be removed to reduce this number because that money is too much. And also an amount of 12 million was also spent for the disability grants. 7,304 recipients, up from 4,526 in the previous financial year. The funeral benefits also assisted, amounting of 8 million Namibian dollars, were also disbursed to 1,812 vulnerable households compared to 904 in the previous year. The special maintenance grant was also disbursed to the amount of 1.5 million and recorded a substantial increase in beneficiaries from 124 to 908, over the same period. In addition, 11.5 million was allocated through the Integrated Social Assistance System to facilitate access to foster care, kingship care, and maintenance grants, resulting in the number of beneficiaries rising from 12,923 in the year 2024-2025 to from 12,000 to 32,800 in the financial years 2025-2026. To conclude on this sector, 655,000 Namibian dollar was disbursed under the Community Basic Income Grant to provide support to 1,091 vulnerable communities in region. I just need the statistics. A caution, however, I want to sound the word of caution. With these millions, you might have now added up, dispersed to the communities. It is important that these funds are put to good use for the purpose it is intended for. Any abuse shall result in strict measures being applied to the offenders. I have put up in my office a desk because my role is to carry out oversight functions. I have put up a desk that will definitely monitor when these grants are dispersed, what these grants are doing. If we report with evidence, credible evidence, that these grants, the business owners are grabbing, have got the cards of these beneficiaries, we are going to put restrictions on these grants. Distinguished members, I now move to mining sector. I see the giants, I see the CEOs, the MDs, I see the owners listening from their offices. Region's mining sector has grown exponentially, driven by uranium, tin, gold, and lithium projects, cementing its role as a major contributor to Namibia's gross domestic product, GDP. Several large-scale projects, including new uranium discoveries and lithium expansion, are expected to reach full-scale operation from 2026 onwards, creating much-needed jobs for our youth. The uranium industry alone employs in Erongo region more than 8,600 people and has, listen to this, local procurement expenditure exceeding 14.5 billion Namibian dollars. So meaning the policy of our government, the local content is correctly responded to right here in Erongo region. 14 billion Namibian dollars are in our local businesses, different businesses, starting from catering, laundry, engineering, name it. Congratulations, the uranium drivers in our region. Uranium mining has grown steadily, with major mines such as Rosing, Husap, and Langer Heinrich operating near capacity. In 2025, Namibia's uranium output reached between 8,000 and 9,000 tons, accounting for over 11% of global production. The Husap mine alone, ladies and gentlemen, recorded 8.8 billion turnover in 2025, ranking first worldwide. Congratulations. I know now your figures. I am coming to you in terms of the corporate, because this is beautiful figures that I am announcing to you. In Karibeb, Navahab gold mine expansion, because they are now expanding, is expected to cost about 4 billion Namibian dollars to transition from open pit to underground mining. This transition targets deeper ore bodies and is expected to create more than 150 jobs. Tell me what type of skills you need. Don't just take my people and tell me it's 150 jobs. I want to see which skills. I want to see how many are skilled of these 150. I want to see what are the skills gaps so that we can respond. Because I don't want to be told all of them are people who are saving you with teacups, people who are saving you with the ground and cement. I want to see the skills needed so that we can employ Namibians with adequate skills. And if there is a gap in these skills, let us know so that your yellow building can train your people. And then after training, they come and do high-level production at your companies. Osino Twin Hills mine created more than 1,600 contractor positions, employed over 90% Namibian nationals, and spent over, the same applies, who are these Namibians, 90%? I want to see the skills. I want to see what are we talking about here? Are there still skills gaps? Who are the other 10%? Are they understudying the 10%? So these are some of the deep issues that we need to interrogate. Over 1.5 billion Namibian dollars again on local procurement. So the local small SMEs, you guys, please make sure that we benefit from these billions because it's in the local markets. Small-scale mining, furthermore, is estimated to provide employment for 2,000 people who work directly in small-scale cooperatives production, semi-precious stones at hubs such as in Uis, Okombahe, Omachete, and Walvis Bay. Therefore, the economic impact, uranium export earnings in Erongo reach record levels in 2025 to 2026, contributing more than 12 billion Namibian dollars to the economy. This is huge. This is impactful. While royalties and taxes for operations accounted for nearly 12% of the national revenue. This is impactful. Direct employment in major mines exceeded, as I said earlier on, is something to repeat, 8,600 workers, with thousands more in logistics, as I said, through the local content. Logistics, engineering, and services are also benefiting or are also to be counted as employed. Expansion projects in gold, uranium, and lithium are expected to create thousands more direct and indirect jobs in Erongo region. Congratulations. The mineral beneficiation our president is talking about is realizing, is happening in Erongo region, in our industry. I now move to share with you some new mines that are expected to commence operations this year and beyond. Mines expected in full-scale mining as of mid-2026, since I'm told from June beyond. Several mining projects in Namibia's Erongo region are moving towards full-scale operations. This includes Eureka uranium project, which is involved in rare earths of uranium. Rare earths and uranium. A drilling program is underway, with results expected later in the year and resources defined in 2027, 2028. The next one is a Tango uranium project, a Bannerman energy project, completed a definitive feasibility study which identified resources of 207 million pounds of uranium oxide. By March 2026, more than 560 workers were already on site. It is one of the world's largest undeveloped uranium deposits here in Erongo region, world's largest undeveloped uranium in the world. Can we clap hands that we have got these rich resources here in Erongo region? The Tumas uranium project under Deep Yellow Limited finalized a definitive feasibility study in April 2025, outlining annual production of 3.6 million pounds of uranium oxide over 30 years. Construction began in 2026, with first production targeted for 2028. With lithium, furthermore, expansion operated by Antrata Mining is advancing its lithium beneficiation circuit to produce 50,000 tons per year of petalite concentrate for the lithium market. The rollout is expected to create employment opportunities, which I want to know the numbers. I want to know the skills needed. So I don't want to hear, I said my reporting is not abstract theories. I said, so this one, I want to get more statistics. But yes, we know there are jobs created there. So please, yes, next time I will report as to how many jobs and what skills are needed. As of mid-2026, the Erongo Green Iron Project, High Iron Namibia, has completed phase 1 and secured a major offtake agreement with the German steel maker Bendela. By 2030, the project aims to produce 2 million tons of carbon-free direct reduced iron, DRI, annually. Wow. The Hope and Gorop Copper Gold Project has completed phase 1. Construction is expected to create employment in the region. Thank you. We went to see ourselves with the leadership. That is also one of the big projects that is underway. Phase 2 development includes a new flotation plant near Walvis Bay, which will produce 25,000 tons of copper annually from run-off mine ore at mining rate of 480,000 tons per year. Wow. Osino Gold Project Twin Hills began development and construction in March this year. They are very busy there. Road between Karipep and Omaruru, I'm telling you, those guys, they are busy. The mine is expected to produce about 175,000 ounces of gold annually over an estimated 13 years lifespan, making it one of Namibia's largest gold endeavors. During the construction phase, employment is projected to average 700 to, I want to also know, 1,000 workers. I want to know what skills are you employing, whether we have got people from Erongo region into employment at that mine. The mine is expected to employ, as I said, up to 8,000 people permanently after the construction phase is done for the 13 years lifespan. Salt mining, the new salt extraction process at Cape Cross is expected to raise annual production to 600 to 700,000 of tons. We have already started seeing that the salt mining has already entered the African trade-free continental area. So, yeah, we are proud also for this industry. Corporate social responsibility initiative from the mining, you must not listen. Fellow Namibians, esteemed residents from all these millions and the billions that I have mentioned, what are they doing in terms of the corporate social responsibility to you? Because the resource belongs to the state, and we are the state, and they are in our area. Of course, this is a national resource. They may also give to other regions, but what are they doing for us who are their host? So listen to these mining companies continued, and we thank them wholeheartedly. Substantial contributions to the community development, education, healthcare, youth employment, or youth empowerment, actually, and of course, also employment and skills development. Key interventions include the following mines respectively. Rossing uranium, not in any order of importance. Rossing uranium invested over 46 million Namibian dollars in community development. 27 million in training, vocational education, internships, bursaries, and graduate development programs. They also, ladies and gentlemen, contributed towards the renovation of your governor's community office. Governor has got a community office, And when I moved to the community office, there was a need for a small upgrade to put up for me the flag. When I asked my people from Works and Transport to remove the poles for me, to paint the poles for me, so that I can put up the flags, they came with a quotation of 192,000. I said, not over my body, not under my watch. Give me that 102,000 so that I can go and build 2 houses, 3 houses for my people in DRC. So Rosing came. They said, no, Meme, no, it's a community office. But no, you cannot sit. No, you cannot pay 192,000 for poles. They have given that community office a beautiful facelift, including the poles, everything, walls, reconstruction, everything there for less than 500,000. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, including the poles that could have costed. The Navakhab gold mine is funding the construction of medical center in Karibeb at a cost of 80 million Namibian dollars. So that's also indirect employment for our young people, because construction cannot be a rocket science. Yeah. So also involve us, Honorable Chairperson, check who are the people who are building that beautiful center. Thank you, Navakhab Mine. Those are impactful projects, complementing the efforts of your government. While in Goagoses, and that's also, Honorable Chairperson, that's the government asset. It is not QKR, they have donated. It should come into the asset register of the Goagoses Town Council and that of the Regional Council. They have given us another almost 4 million to put up a SME park. Thank you once again, QKR and Transnamib for availing that land. We will look into the legal processes so that the land issues, whether it's Transnamib, whether it's state, whether it's Goagoses Town Council, whether the ownership is Regional Council, shall be worked on. But thank you very, very much, QKR, for that wonderful, because now the people of Goagoses, ready yourselves, because that SME park is strategically located. Look at the market needs. Prepare yourselves. Come to your governor. Come and ask for the seed capitals so that you can set up your shops for you to deliver quality service to your clients and to the tourists who are passing by through Goagoses. Swakop Uranium's Husab mine, through the Hope Farm project, allocated 3 million Namibian dollar. I hope this, through reflection, 3 million was allocated by, and we have had, they are the biggest, you have had. So you are there making notes, that is Imada. Yeah, that is Imada. We were celebrating. So 3 million, I was part of this Hope Goat project. Really, due to drought and fell fires, the communities lost their animals, so they are supplementing, they are, what is the term used by the agriculture people, they are giving people goats, I think 20 female goats, and then 1 male. How are they called, females? Anyway, 1,000 goats and sheep were donated to 48 resettled farmers with that 3 million. So you can make your calculations. So these goats are very expensive. Ne? So it must be boer-bokke. It must be boer-bokke. 48 beneficiaries at the resettled farmers. I was part of this program. Honorable Minister of Agriculture was also part of these programs. We appreciate. Furthermore, you must also make calculations here for me. IT laboratory with 10 computers was handed over to the Petrus Kanep Secondary School in Uys. Thank you very much. What was the amount there? What was the amount there? Go back. What was the amount there for 10 computers? I think there was also big amount. Thank you very much. So that is what is recorded for our big brother there. Workplace experience for more than 216 students was facilitated through funding for various employee development programs. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for generosity, our minds. Furthermore, Langer Heinrich, oh, uranium donated, oh, responded to the cries. There was a time a story was related to us by a father, a very responsible father, who was crying to say, I was holding my sick child in Wish. We were waiting for the service to come from Omaruru. Whilst we were waiting for the ambulance because of the road conditions, because it was a vehicle, small car. Ambulance came. It took long. The roads are also not good. Before the ambulance reached, my child lost his life in my hands. What did Langer Heinrich do? When they got that story, I told them, as government, the budget, we don't have anything for now. They have decided to respond positively. So far, they have donated 6 ambulances to the value of 5.4 million. And these ambulances are built for the gravel hour roads. 2 or 3 of them are Land Cruisers, I think, that can take the gravel fully equipped, positively responding to the call of our government. To the Directorate of Health, there was also a computer labs to Mondesa Community Library. Vehicle support for local police. Police also benefited because when we call the police, we don't have vehicles. The one vehicle is there. Oh, the another one is broken, it's parked. So they said, we were also going to provide a vehicle. Commissioner say, I'm sure you can be a testimony to this. And also to the conservation groups, they assisted. Oncology and healthcare services, impactful lives. And has also empowered recently. But that one has caused me a problem. One of the 86 beneficiaries, be it my surname Wakwetu. And he was the largest beneficiary of a Kumbi with, I think, 400 something. And me with my excitement, I did not really know the person. Now I ask him, I say, who are you? You must take care of, I'm Goagoses. I say, I could. So that is what has happened. Also, Goagoses benefited together with the 85 other young entrepreneurs through the Youth Entrepreneurial Development Initiative. I have said any grant that is given, we have got the statistics, we are going to monitor. If you abuse, we are going to revoke, and we will give it to the next young person. As I mentioned earlier, they made substantial 2 million to also that Omaruru TVET Center. That is Langer Heinrich mine. Orano mining, we appreciate all of you. Namibia supported students' bursaries, community infrastructure, environmental conservation, road safety, and social welfare programs. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm sure there is a lot of money in those programs. Of course, it is not provided the monetary support is not provided there, but those programs mentioned are very much costly. Panerman Resources supported environmental organizations, educational initiatives, and youth development programs. benefiting over 400 learners. Thank you. Donations of mattresses and cutlery to our rural schools in Katora Primary School, Hostel, Spetskope, benefiting 235 resident children. Thank you very much. That's where we need the services most. Furthermore, deep yellow mining supported schools, through classroom, furniture, sports facilities, and environmental projects. Thank you very much. Those is money. If we translate those programs in the monetary terms, those are also thousands, if not millions. Notable challenges, ladies and gentlemen, in the mining industry are about 4. The road network, with several mining projects expected to enter full-scale operations by 2027 and beyond. There is an urgent need to upgrade the Goagoses, Arandes, Swakopmund Road, Honorable Chairperson, to a dual carriageway to ease congestion. Many lives have been lost already. How many lives and whose life are we waiting for us to expedite? Can money be for this small nation really not be sourced to lose every second day lives on these roads? So there is a need, not only the mines, for us to ease the congestion by bringing the dual carriageway to our Goagoses Arandes, that road that I have just mentioned. Water scarcity is another challenge. Mines tend to consume large volumes of water. Therefore, current or envisaged desalination plants need to fill these gaps. So we need to expedite, we need to consult, we need to sit with all the players. Energy demand is also another challenge. Mines require a stable electricity supply to avoid interruptions. Hence, local green energy solutions need to be expedited. Allow me also to move to the regional road infrastructure development. The region has a total of 64,773 registered vehicles. With a regional road network comprising of 3,600 kilometers, including 730 kilometers of bitumen roads, 1,550 kilometers of gravel roads, 1,027 kilometers of earth tracks, and 264 kilometers of salt roads. Road infrastructure improves, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Chairperson, connectivity, facilitates trades and tourism, and supports socio-economic development, and therefore good road infrastructure cannot be overemphasized, especially in Erongo region. Honorable Chairperson, I would like to acknowledge that Regional Council has concluded the development and approval of the Erongo Road Master Plan with the first priority, being the construction of Omaruru Uis Main Road. We therefore anticipate that funding will be provided to realize this dream. This is long overdue. Thank you very much. Honorable Chairperson, the ball is in your court. The master plan is approved. It is submitted under your signature. Governor supported. It is now with the National Planning Commission, and then the line minister responsible for the roads in our Republic of Namibia is also one area that is not decentralized. Major road projects under construction include C35, Swakopmund Hendies Bay, Uis Main Road. Work begin in 2021 at a cost of 1.3 billion. The project is, good news, 86% complete, with approximately 16 kilometers remaining to Uis. It is expected to be completed in February 2027. I am glad to report that the road contractor company, RCC, has furthermore committed to tarring about 4 kilometers within the town of Uis, because Uis is Musa village who wants to be on a dusty road. Thank you, RCC, for that generosity. Swakopmund Walvis Bay, dual carriage way, phase 2B. The upgrade of 8-kilometer road to freeway standards commenced in September 2025 and is expected to be completed by April 2027. The project, valued at nearly 450 million Namibian dollars, is 22% complete. Kariba Goagoses road rehabilitation and upgrading. the upgrade of 36-kilometer trunk road 7/1 to Batemun and standard commence in November 2023, and is scheduled to be completed before the end of this year, hopefully. The revised contract value is, monies are increasing, 538 million Namibian dollars, with overall progress at 84%. On this note, I want to applaud the Regional Council for reviving the Erongo Regional Road Safety Forum, which is driving road safety and reducing road accidents through sensitization and mobilization campaigns. These efforts need to be fully supported by all regional stakeholders, including the National Road Safety Council and the Ministry of Works and Transport. It is regrettable to report that the Erongo region has seen a 32% increase in road fatalities, regrettably, by mid-2026, compared with the same period in 2025. Industry data indicate a sharp rise in collisions along the coastal corridor, particularly on the high traffic links between Karibeb Usagos, Usagos Swakopmund, and Swakopmund Walvis Bay. Something needs to be done. 32% of I don't know how many lives lost in our small country is just too much. Just too much. It cannot just be a statement and be left there. Distinguished honorable members, honorable chairperson, more needs to be done to curb reckless driving. And this can be achieved by reviewing our legislation, regulating the sale of alcohol, particularly at fuel stations, and by addressing drivers' behaviors, mental fitness, and pedestrian also behavior. In addition, I want to emphasize a point that is well known, namely that these accidents are caused by trucks. We need them because that is trade, that's economic development, growth, especially those traveling at night. Therefore, trucks traveling at night, therefore law enforcement agencies need to take corrective measures to compel trucks to obey traffic rules and, where possible, to park before embarking on this heavy traffic carriageway at night. But as the regional leadership, we may not have that mandate and authority. Therefore, we call on the national ministries responsible to assist the Erongo Regional Road Safety Forum for this to realize as a matter of urgency. We need regulations. We need laws to be addressing these matters. On the energy security, electrification and infrastructure development, ladies and gentlemen, reliable and affordable electricity remains critical for economic growth, industrial development, and improved living standards. Over the past 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce that Erongo Red has invested nearly 800 million in bulk, 800 million Namibian dollars in bulk infrastructure, substations, network upgrades. Furthermore, an additional 152 million Namibian dollars has been allocated for the 2025-2026 financial year to expand the network in Swakopmund, Arandes, Karibeb, and Uis. Projects worth less than 181 million Namibian dollars have improved electricity access, benefiting thousands of households and enhancing safety, economic opportunities, overall quality of life in peri-urban and rural areas. I wanted to see which areas we are referring to there. Erongo Red continues to expand its off-grid and solar energy solutions and a strengthened partnership to improve electricity access in underserved communities. It is also advancing a 20-megawatt solar power generation project valued at approximately 470 million Namibian dollars. The project will enhance local electricity generation, reduce dependency on imported energy, and strengthen regional energy. Please, regional, you are the shareholders. Please make sure that really I direct the shareholders to ensure an equitable distribution of resources across all constituencies. Please, shareholders, be involved. Check who are the directors, board of directors on this your company, so that we can ensure. And when I come and report next year, then I can report with certainty and say, where is this 480 million? Where was it distributed? Did it make the economic impact that we are referring to here? Concern the most remote parts of the region, okay? I spoke about it, so let us really be involved in the Erongo Red activities. Regional events, honorable members, Erongo region successfully hosted Namibia's, for the first time, 36th Independence Day celebration at the regional level on 21st of March 2026 at Husab Stadium, which has attracted more than 8,000 participants. Very peaceful event, very big event, beautiful event. Thank you, Erongo region. Thank you, Namibia. We were given 250,000 from the state coffers, and we were also assisted because the people who were here as too many, 250 adequate, but we were saying, come on board. And many Namibians contributed. You are mentioned in our report. The main player there, the host, the QKR. You have made us very proud. It was a state of the art. Another businesses in Omaruru, the Ministry of Environment and Forestry and Tourism. That oryx. The 2 oryx carcasses. We have eaten that meat. Thank you very much, Ministry of Environment and Forestry, for the 2 carcasses that you have donated. The event was organized through the constituency-driven approach with strong collaboration among government, the private sector, and civil society. It was successfully hosted in the spirit of harmony and patriotism and unity. We also tried the Genocide Remembrance Day commemoration on the 28th of May 2026. Erongo region, led by all of us here, we organized again and hosted its first commemoration of Genocide Remembrance Day here in Swakopmund at a historical site called Memorial Park, in collaboration with the traditional leaders. I want to become emotional. The event really honored the victims of the 1904, 1906, 1908 genocide. Our brothers, the Germans, they came. The Hereros, they came. The Vambus, they came. The Damaras, they came. The Namas, they came. The Chuan, the Namibia came at this event. And we were holding each other's hands because our theme was geared towards reconciliation. Thank you very much, Namibia, Erongo region, for that wonderful day. We were saying in our message, reconciliation, and we said, 1904, 1908, never again. That was our message. More than 600 people gathered. Yeah, we got funding from few. Gentlemen, Directorate of Health and Social Services continues to strengthen healthcare and the well-being of residents in the region. During the reporting period, key deliverables include neonatal intensive care unit at Swakopmund District Hospital was inaugurated at a cost of 27 million Namibian dollars. The facility comprises 28 beds, including standard care, high care, intensive care, and isolation units, as well as 12-bed mother's shelter. It has enhanced neonatal care services and reduced the need to transfer critically ill newborns to Windhoek. Thanks to the ministry, thanks to the directorate, thanks to the regional council for this service brought closer to the people. Minor renovations, furthermore, valued at 5 million Namibian dollars, were carried out at Swakopmund and Walvis Bay district hospitals, as well as at the clinics in Tamariskia, coastal DRC, and Mondesa. These improvements enhance service delivery, patient safety, and working conditions for healthcare staff. Renovations of staff accommodation in Omaruru, Usakos, Walvis Bay, and Swakopmund cost $1 million to support the retention of healthcare professionals recruited under the bilateral agreement. Walvis Bay Dental Clinic was expanded at a cost of $1 million to enhance dental services and training capacity. Further achievements included establishment of a mini-oncology center at Walvis Bay District Hospital, supported by Namibia Cancer Association and once again by Langer Heinrich Mine, as well as a Garibeb Health Center, which is funded by QKR Navahab Mine. Thank you, the two mines, and for which groundbreaking for Garibeb 1, groundbreaking was carried out. We only need now the construction of that center. Health service delivery, 134 wheelchairs and 969 assistive devices were distributed to the patients across the region, and 98% of the individuals who tested positive were successfully linked to care. A total of 3,122 clients were screened for cervical, breast, and prostate cancers, representing 87% of the regional target. Wow, wonderful, wonderful. I want, Honorable Chairperson, Honorable leaders present here, I want these services also to reach out to the rural areas. You might have listened when I mentioned the improvements. It's centering around the bigger towns. I visited Uis Clinic, surprise visit yesterday. I was in tears. The same fence when I came to Uis in the early 70s is a fence that is on the ground, that is supposed to protect the nursing personnel. Just for the leaders in Uis to assist, just to pick up the fencing or to improve on the fencing, just to secure the safety of the 3 female nurses that are living under fear. That is one of the projects the governor's office, wave or wave out, the 100 or 200,000 quotation, because we need to care our carers' safety. So, Honorable Chairperson, you have permission. Please tell the Minister of Health and Social Services, if they have not noticed, the governor came yesterday, and I shall embark on that project and also put up at least safety for the nurses at the Uis Clinic. And that center needs to be improved to a healthcare center. When I visited that center on Monday, around 3 o'clock, there were only 3 nurses. 3 nurses. And I was told, on their establishment, there are supposed to be more than 3. A number of patients that were sitting, it was many. So therefore, let us also consider real-time issues and reach out to the people in the rural areas. Otherwise, your bigger towns will be in trouble. Already, our migration rate from rural to urban is too high, 90%. You don't have the necessary amenities and infrastructure to host them. So reach out to our health centers. In the civil registration services, the local office of the Directorate of Civil Registration recorded more than 6,000 BEF registrations in 2025-2026 financial year, comprising 2,973 timely and 3,500 late registrations. Electronic BEF and death notification systems were successfully implemented at Swakopmund, Walvis Bay, Usakos, and Omaruru State Hospitals, improving the efficiency and accuracy of civil registrations. A total of 12,500 national identity cards applications were processed during the reporting period, comprising 4,500 first-time applications and 8,000 duplicate applications. 7,600 identity cards were issued to applicants. Thank you very much. Your identity cards, please come and receive them so that you can use them for the purpose as a national. Land reform, communal and land administration. Communal land administration, the Communal Land Board ratified 336 customary land rights across Koikan, Terawa, Tsuahutman, and Dangretman traditional authorities. 3 leasehold rights were approved for communal leasehold for 3 hectares, community-based tourism. Ochimboyo Conservancy, also 2,200 hectares were approved, and also for NAM Waste, a total of 1.6 hectares for the treatment and disposal of hazardous waste in the Erongo region was also approved by the Land Board. 2 occupational land rights were ratified for downrest multi-purpose project to the tune of 5.7 hectares, and the Guaop Agri and Aqua project, about 49 hectares, were also approved. Resettlement program, furthermore, during the reporting period, Farm Kunipes number 88 and Farm Daveb West, number 62, comprising 3 farming units, were allocated to 40 beneficiaries through individual and group resettlement arrangements. The program aims, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Chairperson, to promote agricultural productivity, alleviate pressure on communal land, and support rural economic development. Revenue collection from the resettlement programs from the leaseholds. Revenue collection performance remained strong, with about 136 Namibian dollar was collected from resettlement lease fees, representing 96% of annual collectible revenue, and 108,000 was collected from communal land lease fees, representing 96% of annual collectible revenue. Congratulations. Thank you very much, colleagues, for that job. Ombudsman Services. Regional Office of Ombudsman promotes human rights and governance and environmental protection through outreach and complaint resolution services. During the period under review, the office received 425 complaints, the 3rd highest number nationally. Wow. Ooh. By year end, of the 425 complaints, 82% of the reported cases had been resolved. Well done, Ombuds Office. 82% was resolved, and outreach visits to 12 police stations, Commissioner said, and 3 correctional facilities across the region were also conducted to monitor compliance with human rights standards and to improve public access to Ombudsman services. Thank you very much for the job well done. Namibia Ports Authority, NAMPORT. The port of Walvis Bay remains Namibia's primary trade gateway and a strategic logistic hub for Southern Africa. During the reporting period, the port handled approximately 4.9 million metric tons of general cargo and more than 365,000 20-foot equivalent units. A new gate complex is under development to strengthen the port operations and to reduce congestion within the port area. The NAMPORT, being the biggest and the best in Namibia and in SADC, has also a role to contribute as a corporate social responsibility. And I'm told they have invested more than 2 million in education, skills development, health and community welfare initiatives across the region. So 2 million was spent in the Erongo region. I want to see the statistics so that we don't duplicate where that 2 million went. Safety and security, ladies and gentlemen, during the period under review, the Erongo region has recorded 8,980 criminal cases. The most prevalent offenses were theft, with 1,800 cases, housebreaking and theft, 980 cases, assault with intent to bodily harm, 835 cases, robbery, 531 cases, drug-related crimes, almost 400 cases. Hotspots included Walvis Bay, Swakopmund, and Amaruru, of course, also in our rural areas. In response to the Namibian Police Force has intensified crime prevention operations, targeted law enforcement interventions, and the community policing initiatives to reduce crime and improve public safety. Collaboration between law enforcement agencies and local communities remains key to addressing crime and creating safer communities throughout the region. Thank you, Commissioner. Let us reduce so that we can have tourists, so that the governor is safe. Governor is safe, and every elderly, everyone is safe, not only the tourists in this region. local authorities. Oh, now I'm almost closing. Listen to your local authorities, what they have done. Honorable Chairperson, worship the mayors. Worship the mayors. Let me draw their attention to the people about the development and the contributions in our 8 local authorities. I will start with Swakopmund, the host. Swakopmund municipality continues to steer urban development. They have serviced 310 urban in extensions 41 and 42. In the Wachtar area. And this servicing was completed at the cost of 31 million Namibian dollars. Congratulations. Land tenure security for the relevant beneficiaries was also facilitated. The issuance of ownership certificates were also issued. Wow! The municipality has also advanced several catalytic, oh my goodness, development projects, including the proposed international convention. Oh, that one must see the light whilst I am still the governor, or whilst before Jesus come, even without me, the governor. I want to see that international convention center, international hospital, drug ports, and non-eaters. The revival of the Swakopmund House, that one is very important. And therefore, Dr. Gabi, Swakopmund municipality is reviving that House of Safety. And as a Erongo Regional Development Trust, we were playing a big role. But the municipality is taking the lead. They want to revive that center at the cost of 8 million Namibian dollars. And the plant, Velvicia Medical Research University, for which building plans have been approved. I will be the lecturer there after 5 years. The municipality launched an urban agriculture leasing program to promote urban agriculture, to promote food security and sustainable development. Their program will develop 90 agricultural plots, each 1 hectare, in phases along the Handys Bay Road near the sewage treatment plant. The first phase, comprising already with 20 plots, has been advertised for allocation. Please, 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 young people, please, women, men, apply. Valfispa, I move now. Congratulations, the local authority of Swakopmund. I don't talk about the financial status. I will tell you next year, because I spoke about the financial prudence. One thing the mayors you can do when you sign the performance agreement with your CEOs, take only 2 objectives. The financial prudence, they must give you clean audit report, and they must tell you how many houses and land servicing was executed. Only those 2. Don't go and assess them accordingly. You will have good reason either to extend the contract of your CEO, because we cannot have trust. You cannot ask money. Worship the mayor. Honorable Chairperson, if our financials are not audited, I cannot get money from those companies that are having this money through hard-earned revenues. So financial prudence, I don't mention it. I don't have it here. Maybe they are doing well. If they are doing well, Swakopmund, well done. Walvis Bay Municipality made progress in urban planning. You must listen, Walvis Bay. I see the CEO. Yeah, housing. Yeah, infrastructure development. Yeah, now listen to the key achievements. Includes the approval of Walvis Bay Urban Structure Plan 2042, bulk servicing of Farm 37, road rehabilitation projects, and the initiation. I see all the councillors here. I see Worship the Mayor here. Initiation of a new wastewater treatment plant. In terms of housing delivery, please listen. Initiatives included 68 houses were built under the Build Together program, 230 houses through the informal settlement upgrading program, relocation of 184 households to Farm 37, construction of 210 houses by Shark Dwellers Federation, allocation of residential land to social groups, private developers, the National Housing Enterprise, and development Workshop Namibia. I want to express, however, my appreciation to the Ministry of Urban and Rural Development for its financial support to the housing to the Walvis Bay municipality, amounting to 75 million Namibian dollar to ease the housing burden. Walvis Bay is also executing a multi-phase 400 million road. Please listen to this. We are not sleeping on duty. We want to do proper road rehabilitation. So the Walvis Bay municipality, with the stakeholder funding, have put aside 400 million Namibian dollar for the road rehabilitation. Congratulations, Worship the Mayor, to repair the dilapidated streets and to alleviate traffic congestions. I am very proud for this one. And I will exercise my oversight function over this. Another completed projects are social infrastructure projects, which include the beach promenade, phase 1 in Quisepmund, sports hub, public park upgrades, a Kutu informal market stalls, and CCTV installations. Congratulations. We need in order to keep the crimes, to enhance public safety. Several strategic infrastructure projects remain underway, including bulk water and sewer upgrades, sewer pump stations, wastewater treatment facilities, and the development of satellite fire station. Thank you, congratulations, Walvis Bay. I think on behalf of the residents of Walvis Bay, we can see the efforts and the plans underway. And this Bay municipality, the achievements of the past financial year are not mere projects, but symbols of collective will of the town's people, including inter alia, electrification and formalization of quasi-informal settlement, benefiting 167 landowners, upgrade of 465 meters of interlocks, and 535 meters of bitumen road, strengthening mobility and economic activity. The Omdale septic tank replacement project is in phase 2 of construction, securing sanitation for hundreds of households. Ongoing installation of 3,000 prepaid water meters at a cost of project that employs, oh, wonderful, 25 youth and 16 contractors. The Sheikh Dwellers Federation has handed over 23 even to beneficiaries. The SME market and the taxi rank development has created space for 25 plus small businesses with 11 stalls and 10 braai facilities already in operation. Wow. Allocation of 12 plots for small-scale farming and 5 hectares of land for the Tulangeni project. This project is a brainchild of our founding father, the president, the first president of our republic. Thank you very much, municipality Hendy's Bay, for having revived your decision and have allocated the 5 hectares or more to our community project. Already the funds are, through the governor's office, secured. The terminal, thank you, my former. You have put a very good leveling ground break for your Oma. Oma is just sailing, former governor. You have leverage. You have leverage. You have done the basics for this region. Hi, congratulations. God is good. Yeah. You are now one of the big people. And your company has already given us millions to help me with that gardening project at Hendy's Bay for that women and youth. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Another 20,000 was also secured for this women gardening project now. The oversight. If I do not see this project moving, Please let us not be deprived because of our bureaucracies and stories. We don't want political administration in this. Yes, go and pick the necessary needed farming, crop farming. Omaruru municipality, notable development. Omaruru now listen. Notable development in this municipality is the Volga 9 retirement estate in Omaruru, a private investment project aiming to create a modern retirement community integrated with the town's existing infrastructure. To date, 24 million Namibian dollars has been invested in the project, which will contribute to the town's socio-economic development. The development dwellers, is it shack dwellers, Federation, and Namibia Housing Action Group successfully also built 18 new houses in Omaruru, benefiting low-income earners in the town. It is also important to note that through the Road Fund administration, gravel streets were also upgraded to low-volume seal bitumen standards. Now move to Goagoses. There must be peace and harmony amongst the political leaders and the administrators so that we can do more, because there is no time to do the dispute resolutions. This governor wants to see results. The residents of Erongo wants quality service. There must be always harmony and peace and trust amongst the CEOs, the mayors, political leadership, and then the administrators. Now move to Goagoses Town Council. Goagoses informal settlement upgrading program delivered major improvements to water, sanitation, and housing infrastructure. Projects valued at more than 52 million included installation of bulk water infrastructure, sewer reticulation systems, pump stations, and water services across Ongulumbashe, Samstan, and the reception area. Other achievements include the installation of 800 prepaid meters for the construction of 53 shack dwellers, Federation houses, and the completion of a 20-year structure plan to guide future urban development. A further 36,000, millions, 36 million has been allocated for the financial year. Let that money not go back to the government coffers. 26-27 financial year to accelerate the upgrading of informal settlements. Appoint and start with that upgrade. 36 million must be spent for this purpose. And SME is underway the pack in Goagoses to promote youth entrepreneurship and local economic development. The Lingua College, there is a tertiary institution, has also opened its facility in Goagoses. Students hurry. Go, and Lingua College is fully accredited. It's a registered institution. Go. Register yourself. The programs for higher education is offered there. In Karibia Town Council, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Chairperson, your area of jurisdiction, Karibia Town Council has invested in infrastructure and service delivery throughout the reporting period. The key projects include water infrastructure in USAP Extension 7 and 8 and 9, valued at 8 million and benefiting approximately 900 households. Sewer infrastructure in USAP informal settlement valued at 10 million Namibian dollars and saving approximately 750 households. And road upgrades valued at 1 million Namibian dollars. The council also implemented local economic development initiatives, including facilities for informal traders, improved waste management, water quality monitoring, and town beautification. That is your Karibib. Now moving to Arandes Town Council, Honorable Kabere, your area, and Honorable Mayor, your area of jurisdiction. The town of Arandes has transitioned from traditionally service-oriented municipality towards a growing development node characterized by expanding industrial activity, infrastructure investment, and greater participation in green economy. The transformation is evident. I see the CEO Yes, I see you see of Arandes Town Council also, amongst others. The servicing of 256 residential, even funded by the Ministry of Urban and Rural Development, is now over 80% complete. Yes, let it be completed fully. The introduction, because your financial year is ending soon or has already ended, what will happen to the 20% not used? The introduction of the prepaid meters is expected to improve revenue collection, reduce outstanding arrears, and encourage responsible water usage amongst consumers. In partnership with the Road Safety Council and the Erongo Regional Council, the town is nearing completion of the emergency, that thing that you see, that's a slow drive and mind your speed, that emergency response traffic management center, valued at approximately, that is huge money. That thing must really also start seeing the light of the day. 62 million Namibian dollars. This center will strengthen public safety, improve traffic coordination, and enhance emergency preparedness and resilience. We hope, Governor hope, the residents hope that this center is inaugurated this year. Namibia green charcoal produces approximately 40% of Namibia's green. We are still over Arandes charcoal output, which is exported as a finished renewable energy product. So the value addition is happening in Arandes. Congratulations, Honorable Kabere. This has enhanced the town's participation in non-mineral exports. Wow. Namibia gypsum industries is expected to produce approximately 10 million square meters of finished ceiling boards. The ceiling boards are made in Arandes. Congratulations, value addition. This will represent local beneficiation, wow, of raw materials in the construction products for domestics and regional. These are the stories we want to hear. RGI Transport Logistics has commenced construction of its plant, which will serve the freight and logistics industry. The MES mining equipment facility has completed its phase and is progressing towards expanded operations, thereby contributing to the local industrial capacity through assembly, servicing, and equipment support, and reducing import dependency. I am telling you, Arandes, you are leading. Congratulations. The construction, furthermore, of a 200-bed vocational student hostel by African Institutional Management Service, AIMS, will be completed this year. Wonderful, wonderful stories we are hearing from Arandes Town Council. The town has concluded a contractual agreement for the second phase of the Clean Energy Green Hydrogen project, valued at approximately 50 billion Namibian dollar, facilitated by the Namibia Investment Promotion Development Board. Let the governor know about these projects. Let the governor see herself in the beautiful projects. Please, our baby on the block, the last one, Village Council, distinguished Honorable Chairperson, do I still have your permission to talk? Good, I'm still strong. Honorable members, the captains of the industry, listen to our Uisne, it's our last baby on the block. Major milestones was reached with what we have said. It was proclaimed, it's gazetted as a local authority. So currently we are in a phase of transition. They are still under the care and maintenance. Is that the right word? Under the care and maintenance of the regional council, because we cannot just tell the baby just start doing the things. So the regional council, thank you, Honorable Chairperson. So this development really strengthens local governance, service delivery, and economic opportunities. So if you are sleeping on duty, other people are already taking over UIS, go and invest in UIS. It's growing very fast. That road is coming there. So I'm inviting, now this is a gossip, residents of Erongo with potential to grow. Make your way to UIS. UIS is growing very fast. There are new emerging mines, which I did not mention here. There are big industries coming there. Governor's office is being frequented by the people, Namibians. But you, the residents of Erongo, you don't come. So make your way to the governor's office or to the regional council to grow with. You will not regret. So as I said, Regional Council is currently helping to during this transitional phase to assist the West Town Council. Congratulations. I also see IUA, the chairperson of the West Village Council. Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Thank you, honorable chairperson. Honorable the traditional authorities. Oh, we all belong to the traditional communities, isn't it? Yeah, this is it. So we are members of the traditional. This is our most respected area, most important structure in our existence as people. So I want to say a few things. As a former Deputy Minister, responsible for urban and rural development, Honorable Chairperson, there are still succession disputes in our communities. I don't need to mention here. Please, let the succession disputes be guided by the customary laws, your customary practices, by the community themselves. We cannot take our customary issues to modern laws that only look at technicalities and what have you, and tell us who is our chief. So my call as a governor, I am asking through your honorable chairperson that all the disputes, whatever happening, be guided and you stand together united as community by your customary practices and customary laws. United, we stand. But divided in a community sizing 3,000 in 4 camps, it's extremely complex. It is difficult for the governor and for the regional leadership and for the minister responsible for urban and rural development to take an informed direction. So therefore, when these cases are coming to my office, knowing the laws myself, respecting the traditional communities, I normally said, I don't want to bend my signature here. I would rather refer your cases. If you do not listen to me when I say unite, go to your customary laws, to the urban and rural development, because that is the only legal person that is mandated to handle and finalize and put the final together with the head of state, not the governor. Yeah. So, but the governor will assist when we are united, because it's very complex, it's very sensitive. I cannot at this point in time, because I was never given that mandate to really interfere in the matters of our traditional communities. Okay, so please understand me. I don't refuse. I am here to assist. I am a leader who wants unity, peace and harmony. Yeah. So, therefore, Honorable Chairperson, in conclusion, thank you very much that you could sit until now. Honorable Chairperson, thank you very much that you could have given me this platform to account and reflect on the state of the region. While we acknowledge the great progress that we have made, we are equally mindful of the persistent challenges, Honorable Chairperson, the industry players. Challenges that includes unemployment number, I've mentioned you, You have donated 37 million. WEF, you're also donating, because I can see the facial expressions. So all of you, you are in the report. We are really mindful of unemployment, of which we are celebrating today, which is reducing. We have reported, we have reduced the unemployment rate from 32 to 30%. Our aim is to reduce significantly during this coming year through the diversified activities assisted by the government, assisted by our players, assisted by the development partners in our region. We are mindful, particularly, of the very sharp, acute urbanization, rural, urban, to our region. And of course, that is creating a serious hunger in our urban areas. People are hungry in Swakopmund. And the predicaments, very sensitive in our fishing sector. I'm very much worried of the low educational output in our region. These things calls for collective wisdom. I'm so happy through my presentation. You might have listened, I want integrated system of these corporate social responsibility efforts and coordinated support for corporate social responsibility from our industries. Oh, I am deeply worried about drug and substance abuse. I have evidence of otherwise young people that could have contributed meaningfully to the socio-economic development of their region and of their country. In response to this, Honorable Chairperson, honorable residents of Erongo region, fellow Namibians, your governor and your leadership will report to you next year the opening of a state-of-the-art 3 multi-sectoral center in Erongo region at Goagoses. Goagoses was a school which was offering education during the colonial time before independence. So that facility and the land measuring 10,000 hectares is available. I have already advanced discussions, and I want to thank the Minister of Agriculture and Land Reform, who has already responded positively, who is in the process to acquire that land from the private owner. So next year, this time, we could have already opened that center. Why am I saying multi-sectoral center? That center will serve, we have done already our research, will serve as a rehabilitation center. It will serve as a skills development center. It will serve as an economic hub. Those who are rehabilitated will be integrated in the economic space. They will do economic activities. They will do farming. As I said, it's a 10,000 hectare land. So please pray. Let us work together. And I want to thank the Minister of Agriculture. That land is about to be acquired. Honorable Chairperson, we will announce you will announce to your people even before the next SORA when we get this land. We only want our young people to register themselves so that we can know how many cases we have. Of course, that center will serve the entire Namibia nation. As your governor, I urge all civil society organizations and entrepreneurs to uphold higher standards of accountability, to report respectfully on donations and grants issued. Tell us what you have done with what you were given, so that where there is a need for you to support you further, for you to grow, or whatever the case may be, report yourselves not later than July 2026. All those grants ranging from 5,000 to 100,000, come and report yourselves so that we can know what the grants are doing towards the improvement of the lives and the livelihoods. This also applies to the beneficiaries of various funding schemes, including the Constituency Development Fund. Honourable councillors, go back to those who have received those tents, those catering equipments. Please help the governor through your constituency officers to also receive these reports not later than kindly. I don't direct you, I don't have the mandate to do so, Honourable Chairperson, but I want to carry out my constitutional mandate, that of checks and balances. Businesses, how the businesses are faring, and the impact they are making in the community. I also use this platform to encourage government institutions in the region to settle their arrears with the respective local authorities. Did you hear that? Please settle your dues, your services at the local authority, and avoid, please, service disruptions. Go and make arrangements with the local authorities. On this solemn occasion, I wish to thank our national leaders, including Her Excellency, the President of our Republic of Namibia, for their visits to our region and their support for the subnational government. Just 2 days ago, we have hosted Natives on Wheels in Omachede, a gesture that demonstrates confidence in the regional leadership and its people. Similarly, I urge visitors to our region to pay their respects to the Office of the Governor and the Regional Council in accordance with the regional protocols. Honourable Chairperson, honourable members, the captains of the industry, esteemed members of the media, our collective achievements and our many shortcomings, we reaffirm our commitment to addressing development needs with vigor and determination, and to accelerate inclusive job creation and entrepreneurship to secure a more prosperous, equitable future for all in Erongo region and in Namibia at large. Distinguished members, the state of the region is one of resilience, progress and hope. We, as united as we are, have made significant strides towards development aspirations as enshrined in the 6th National Development Plan and Erongo Regional Council Strategic Plan. Therefore, we remain committed to building an inclusive, prosperous, as per our theme, and sustainable society. As John F. Kennedy, one of the America's most influential presidents, said, and I quote, "Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction," end of quote. Therefore, our purpose as the Erongo region is clear, and that is to uplift every citizen of Erongo, to safeguard our heritage, and to unlock opportunities for generations today and for the generations to come tomorrow. The hope of our people, the hope of our people will continue to reverberate in our collective resolve for inclusive prosperity. Thus, Honourable Chairperson, we remain united in our diversity, blessed by our God. In that diversity, we remain united yes, in the spirit of yes, one region, one vision. And I thank you wholeheartedly, Honorable Chairperson, and for your kind attention. Thank you very much.
That is not enough. That is not enough. Round of applause. Thank you very much. We may be seated. Thank you very much, Honorable Governor, for the well-articulated State of Regional Address. Honorable members, we have heard. May I ask any indulgence, any questions to the State of Address, if there is any? Honorable Kevat, any questions?
There you have it, Namibia, the State of the Region Address by the Governor of Erongo, Nathalia. She outlined achievements, challenges, and priorities aimed at driving development and improving the livelihoods of residents across Erongo region. We are still joined by Dr. Victoria Erasmus, a director at IUM, as well as the Chief Regional Officer, Dr. Sam Delamo. Now, Dr. Erasmus, please tell us what stood out during this regional address.
The address was very much interesting. It was captivating. It was awakening. Awakening in the sense that it highlighted what was achieved. For example, the reduction in unemployment that reduced to 30%. Of course, she did highlight that we still have to work more in order to reduce the unemployment rate further. Another aspect that stood out was the percentage or the pass rate, which is down. It's in the 30%. So she highlighted that we still need to work hard in order to make sure that education is amplified.
Mr. Dr. Sam Delamo, what key things stood out for you?
Thank you. For the very first time, I think we have the positives from the local authorities. As you know, there are three tiers in the regional structure. You have the original council, you have the local authorities, and the traditional structures. You can actually imagine how much pressure the local authorities are in, but they are still able to deliver. Starting from Amarubu, the Wabish Bay, the biggest municipalities, Wabish Bay and Swakopmund. At least in Wabish Bay, you've heard there's $400 million that is spared for the road infrastructure. That is massive investment. And besides that, there's actually a donation of $75 million that goes towards housing. That is massive. And for the very first time, we're reporting on the proceeds from Build Together program. And you could see it's actually spread across, even to a little town as Uis. We recorded some real milestone there. By the end of the year, at least through the Build Together program, would have built 41 houses. And these are low-cost housing which are affordable to your lower-income earners on our market.
Yes. Dr. Erasmus, were the issues of education, skill development and youth empowerment adequately addressed during this?
Yes, those issues were highlighted, and I thank the governor for that. More so, she talked about different institutions that are now operating across the region. She talked about TVET, she talked about Velvicia, she talked about IUP. So all these issues are important and they were addressed. She also talked about development. She talked about funds, resources made available. But one thing also that caught my attention was when she talked about the expansion of mines, the expansion of sectors. And then one thing clicked that where are we going to source these skills? It's a reminder to academic institutions to start training people to address those skills that she highlighted.
Now, Dr. Sam Delamo, which achievements highlighted in the address were the most proud ones that you can say, this, we have done it?
We are working very closely with the mines, and their corporate social responsibility has been the best. The governor cited an example of somebody who had actually a son who died in his hands, and that actually caught the eyes or the ears of the Langheimrich, and they actually came on board and donated 6 ambulances. So we may not have done very well in the health sector because of the few challenges that we have, but at least I should applaud all the mining companies in the region. They've really come on board to support us, not only in health, in agriculture, in water, and so many fields, and we really appreciate their service. That is more like complementing what government is doing. We may have the resources, but then we also need the aid from the development partners to come on board.
Well, that was Dr. Sam Delamo and Ms. Victoria, Dr. Victoria Erasmus, talking to us about the State of the Nation address and what they take away. That's it from me, Stefan Ura, Swakopmund.
This is NBC One. It's ours.